Glamour.
Grit. Glamour. Glamour. Grit. Welcome back to the Glamour and fucking Grit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We literally just talked about last episode, the F-bomb being thrown out there like it's...
Well, literally, I went to Sabrina Carpenter last night, and she says the F-bomb, so I can say the F-bomb.
Sabrina Carpenter has no children and might be 23 years old.
Right. And I think if you have children or in your 30s, you have the right to say the F-bomb because you have lived, honey.
Okay, so let's just scratch our entire conversation from last week.
I know. I just had to get like a final one out. But happy day after Halloween.
Yes. Well, technically today is Halloween. We're recording this on Halloween Day.
Yeah.
Releasing it the day after Halloween.
Yeah. So every parent like hates themselves right now because the kids are like stayed up way too late, hyped up on candy, mad they have to go to school. I do always remember the day after Halloween is the worst.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Molly Morgan picked out our outfits because she decided as a family, we're going to be Barbie. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Daddy gets to be Western Barbie. I get to be Western Barbie too. Like when she's a cowgirl. I have the outfit. No. Mama wanted weird Barbie.
So she got weird Barbie. And she was so clear about it. Like, guys, I know she, of course, she has to pick what we do, right? She's in control of the house. We're going to be this for Halloween. Daddy, Perfect Ken. Me, Taylor Swift. Mommy, weird Barbie. Without skipping a beat.
Yeah.
Like, threw that out there. I've never actually, I'm sorry to admit this, have never watched the movie. I started it on a plane. Didn't grab my interest right
So
away,
good.
and it's hard for me to stay awake on planes anyway. So I fell asleep. I haven't gotten back to it. I didn't even know Weird Barbie was a thing.
She is iconic.
And they call her Weird Barbie?
Uh-huh. Which I kind of think is a little offensive
A
nowadays.
little bit. And for a movie that's really trying to change stigmas, I feel like that was kind of
That was really teetering the edge right there.
Like, do we
Know what
call
I'm saying?
people weird? Is that the message? No, that's not a good message.
Yeah, that isn't. But I think there are a lot
But
of...
she looks like a weird Barbie.
She's so chic. And Kate, what's her name? From Saturday Night Live, Kate...
McKinnon?
Yeah, plays her.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of...
Big comfy couch.
No, that's hilarious reference. The Margot Robbie in like Suicide Squad, that character she plays.
Oh, and everybody does that character.
Yeah, it looks like a weird version of that.
What's her
Harley
name?
Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
It's giving Harley Quinn
That is
after a
exactly...
5-day bender and has just woken up on her friend's couch and doesn't know where she is.
I was about to say, I was like, the fact that you said this is like a little Harley Quinn-esque is baffling to me.
Well, like a really hungover 5-day binger Harley Quinn.
Yes. Oh my God. I have not been hungover in decades.
Ooh, well, let me tell you about how this morning went.
Yeah. Well, no.
I
oh my
had
God.
a hangover from Sabrina Carpenter. Not from the alcohol, because we didn't really drink any. It was from, my ears are still ringing. By the way, I knew maybe one of her songs. I was going into this very blind. I've been seeing Sabrina Carpenter all over online, but I was going in very blind. The most deafening noise of my entire life was listening to 20,000 15, 16-year-old girls scream all at the same time for 2 hours straight.
Yeah, but don't you love that? Imagine Taylor Swift.
Oh,
it has to be
I
even
can't
crazier.
even fathom. But the energy was unreal. Like, I have so much respect for the show and the performance and the
She's
energy.
So freaking cute.
But it was really, really, really hard on my ears, and they're still ringing.
Yeah, she's like the tiniest, cutest thing I've ever seen.
Not my style, not my music, not my vibe, but 100% I respect artistry and performance and all of that. And she brought it. She connected with the crowd. She made us all kind of feel like we were her best friends.
Yeah, she really is like a humble person. Sometimes you watch people in concerts and they seem so out of reach from you. And she just seems like one of the girls. I think that's why people love her.
It blows my mind, though, because I was looking her up. Because I see her face now everywhere, but I didn't really know where she came from, how she hit it off, because I feel like she just became a household name. But she started as a Disney star on Girl Meets World, the spinoff to Boy Meets World.
And she played the lead girl's best friend. And that's when I first saw her because I was obsessed with Boy Meets World. And so, of course, as an adult, I had to watch Girl Meets World.
But it's crazy to me how many of those Disney girls have become mega worldwide pop stars after their shows.
Well, I think, too, a lot of it.
It's such a formula.
Yeah, but that's what Disney does best,
Miley,
too.
Demi,
they
Selena,
all sing,
Sabrina.
And they already have the fan base. So I think to become a pop star, the hardest part is the fan base. Well, they already have that. So it's so much easier. And back in the day, you used to sign a contract. So you'd have like a 3-year or a 3-movie deal, 3-season show, and you'd have to do a soundtrack, a record label.
Yes.
So that that was the formula.
But the crazy part to me, aside from Ariana Grande, it's only the Disney girls. The Nick girls aren't mega pop stars. Other than Ari, has there ever been another Nickelodeon
Wasn't
girl?
Demi Nickelodeon?
No, Disney. Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place. Sabrina Carpenter, Girl Meets World.
Wait, that's actually weird. I wonder what shows are Nickelodeon. I don't even know Nickelodeon shows, which is so
I mean,
weird.
it's like iCarly and Drake and Josh and all that and Amanda Show and like.
When I think Miranda Cosgrove tried a little.
But she didn't.
She had like a singing and I was trying to think of Miranda Cosgrove.
But it never hit it off. Like these Disney girls and Miley, they are mega super recording artists.
Actually, where is Miley? Girl has been hiding. Well, I wonder if she's pregnant or something because I have not seen her face in forever.
I don't know, but isn't that interesting?
That is actually
it's
really interesting.
It's the Disney girls.
Wow.
The Nick girls just don't have the push in the music world.
Yeah, it doesn't have the drive.
Except for Ariana Grande.
Yes, speaking of Ariana Grande, I love you, Wicked. I can't wait to see you. I think it's going to be a masterpiece. But if I see one more collaboration, did you see even Mac and Cheese has a Wicked collaboration?
Green mac and cheese?
Yeah, it changes colors.
Wow. Honestly?
There's certain things like makeup I get. Certain things that go with the Wicked collabs. Now it's just kind of everything at this point.
Where's the green ketchup? I'm waiting for that.
Ooh.
That'd be good.
Because there are green tomatoes.
I know.
Like fried green tomatoes.
And it's not like anything's actually green and red. They dye it all anyway. So it's like, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like our energy is super low, by the way.
Me?
No, I feel like our energy.
Do you remember when we were kids, they had that sunscreen that you could put on your skin and it would change your skin colors?
Oh, I'll never forget UV blue. Oh my God, It was like the coolest thing in the entire world. And the entire ocean was covered, in kids looking like Smurfs.
Oh, we thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Ever.
I was like, wait, so I can walk around the beach looking like the purple people eater?
Oh my, do you remember too the goggles that were like a shark?
Oh, of course.
And you'd have the fin on top.
Yes.
I just remember Charlie, my brother, he was always a gazillion feet too tall for his age. And him looking like a 14-year-old, but he was literally 7 with his goggles on. And you could get fins. He had his fins on his hands as a shark in the ocean.
Yeah. We need to Google to find the 90s, turn your skin a different color sunscreen. And next time we're at the beach, just lather ourselves in it.
You know, it's probably horribly cancerous.
Oh,
and that's probably why.
I am sure. But for 1 hour or something and just walk around like we used to in the 90s, like it was normal, and just see what people.
Well, and I still giggle too because my mom will sometimes do the white sunscreen, the zinc that doesn't.
Oh, your mom's notorious for
she
it.
It
cracks me up.
You know what's so sad is we talk about her every podcast and she's never listened.
That's exactly why she doesn't listen, because
It's
she
the
knows we
running
probably
joke.
talk about
But
her.
it makes us talk about her more. If she actually did listen, we'd probably talk about her less.
Maybe that's true. But no, I do love watching her come out in her beach outfit, ready to go down to the beach, and she's ghostly. So much sunscreen, but she has no idea.
Thank God, though, our sweet ho-ho, my mom had braces. Thank God the braces are at least gone. It's not like a ghost with metal mouth.
She looks like $1,000,000. It's not even fair.
Well, and you know what I love about moppers is when she got braces, everybody else got braces. She's such a trendsetter in her mind,
funny.
too.
That's so funny.
All of her friends got braces after her.
Did they really?
Yes, remember the Snows?
Okay, so what age? I never had braces. None of my siblings had braces, which I think is really rare.
Insanely rare.
What age did you get? Do kids get braces?
I got braces in 2nd grade because I had lost all my teeth by 1st grade math. Everything had come in.
And How much do they cost?
Way too much money.
Like, I just remember people
Like, does
being
our
like,
insurance cover braces? God, I hope.
we have dental insurance. I'm not sure. But when I grew up, my mom didn't have dental insurance, but it comes with.
Most people don't, though.
Yeah.
Like, my dad does
'cause
insurance, and I don't think
kind of
we've
not
ever.
worth the expense.
That's what everyone says. Like, unless it comes with it, it's not like an extra package.
We just get lucky. But I am so curious to know how much it actually costs.
Well, nowadays they do like braces twice. Like, they do almost like a flipper, like braces, like a somewhat braces just to keep their teeth straight. And like when they all come in and when they're all permanent, then they do the real braces again. Like as a look.
I want to know, growing up, what like Halloween, like core memory Halloween, like being a kid was for you, because I kind of just want to compare. Was it like for us boys in our neighborhood, which we all, we were all kind of the same age in my neighborhood, so it was really fun. But like the night before was mischief night. And so that was the night you got to go out and like cause mischief. And then Halloween night was the next night. And it was just like we wouldn't come home till midnight. Like we thought we ran the town.
Yeah.
It was like, oh
You were
my.
so cool.
We really were. Was that like, what was your experience growing up? Like, was Halloween like a big deal? Was it?
Yes, it was a big deal, but I don't remember it. Like, I just remember trick-or-treating.
Okay.
But like, I don't remember any like core memories. So sorry to kind of shut that story down.
Well, okay then.
There we go.
I do know, like, because we had 3 houses down from our house.
Yeah.
Was this family, and they had money. Like we lived in a nice neighborhood, but this family gave out the jumbo candies.
Jesus.
Of everything. Jumbo Twix, jumbo Kit Kat, jumbo.
So they were rich.
Well, either that or they just went all
Or they had like
out.
a Sam's Club membership and really raked it in.
And so what we would do is, obviously we all wanted the jumbos. So I would go, I got the jumbo. We each would go and get the jumbo, but then sometimes we would all change costumes
And come
go
back.
again.
So smart.
And get the jumbos.
God, I love the candy. And I was I have an addiction to food, truly. And like me and sweets. It's like me and your mom. That's like our vice.
Yeah.
So like for me, it was like I think that's all I cared about was the candy and like really going for it.
Did you ever partake in mischief night?
No. I feel like every night was mischief night with me.
No. But it was like a thing.
No, that was not a thing. That's such a boy thing. I feel like girls didn't do that. I mean, we would like sneak out and things like that, but like being naughty was like.
But the best part was like mischief night. We're like, oh, we're gonna go and we're gonna tear up the neighborhood. We'd be like ding dong ditching and like innocent children
kids
things.
Can't ding dong ditch anymore. That was iconic, was ding dong ditching and toilet papering.
Yeah.
And now they caution tape and you have to call the parents before, which is completely understandable. But nowadays you get shot.
Nowadays you ding dong ditch, you get shot.
You get shot.
It's kind of scary.
You know what I was thinking about? I actually saw this post because I really don't do TikTok. I do Reels. And
Did you ever light a bag of poop on fire and leave it on somebody's front steps and then run away after you rang the doorbell? So when they open it, they step in it and then they realize and like freak out?
How long were you practicing that in your head?
It just popped in there.
It out?
And I'll tell you where it came from. But did you ever do that?
No, dummy. You're such an idiot.
It was like lit on fire and
you?
everything. No, I always wanted to. It was in Billy Madison.
Oh.
Remember he puts it back.
You just had like,
I rattled it out.
That reminds me of like our very first podcast. And you were like, what did you say our very first podcast? You did something like that. Oh, Double Dare 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Eric, if things don't go the way you want them to in the acting thing, you could be totally an auctioneer.
An auctioneer.
Yeah.
My voice is just nasally enough.
One that going once, going twice.
And I can talk fast.
Oh my God. Eric, do you know what's been on my mind? And I feel like that's why my energy. What?
Wait, we got to talk about it.
What?
Wait, you forget things. So what's been on your mind? I won't forget what I got.
Okay.
You already forgot.
No. No, on Rumor's podcast, I will. There is nobody kinder on this earth than Rumor Willis.
Oh my gosh.
And she has some savages in her comment section. We talked about it on her podcast. They are just
like haters or just nitpickers?
Just mean.
Oof.
And we had one of those, the sweetest comments. People were and Somebody told me, and I know I'm an interrupter. Like, we all know that with Annalise because I was so excited. And then Rumor's my friend. So obviously, what did they say I was? That I was.
That you didn't let me talk?
No.
That you were an interrupter?
Yeah, well, yes.
That you really need to get a grip?
But it was like someone about being
I'm totally kidding.
Like I'm an emotional hijacker.
Whoa. Emotional hijacker. I've never heard of that.
Well, and like,
let's break that down. What does that mean?
That I guess she was telling a story and I would like say a common thing or like what I guess.
Like, oh, yeah. I've been there too. Like,
yes,
relatable.
Yeah. But most people that are happy would say that's relatable. And like, if you're a podcast host, you want to be able to relate to somebody.
Right.
Like, I think Chase Rice and I are like two extremely opposite humans. And
like you're hijacking their emotion. If they're happy, you're happy. If they're sad, you're sad.
No, just like I think whatever their story they're telling, like I chime in that I'm there too.
Oh,
and it's really bugged me. I thought that was
weird.
But you know what though? If it was on other people's, like now they're going to comment on other people's. But she has some of the cruelest people in her comment section I've never in my life. And the fact that little one comment, that one bad comment has like stayed in my mind since that was 2 weeks ago. I don't know how some of these people do it because people are just so hateful.
But they're not, but maybe they're just so protective of her. So they're all lovers of her. Like, do you see them writing that about her?
Oh, they say.
Or because you're like the stranger that like was talking about Rumor.
No, I think because she is mixed, like obviously supports, but then some people are, well, I think a lot of people, it's so interesting that why people are mean on social media. Like just don't, didn't your parents ever teach you, like if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all?
Exactly, which is why they're lashing out now that they can and don't have to face anyone. It's all, behind the curtain.
But if I did that, it would like hurt me, like
absolutely
a day.
But those are hurt people taking out their pain on others.
And I think a lot of people most of the time do it on people that they think like live perfect lives. Do you know what I mean? Or like something that they want to be.
They're hurt in some way.
Yeah.
They're hurt in some way, whether they're jealousy, whether they've been hurt, whatever. But for them to be cruel to anybody online is stemming from their own insecurities.
Yeah, I just thought that was like uber deep. Yes, I'm annoying. Yes, I cuss. Yes, I get a little too excited sometimes. But I haven't ever been accused of emotionally hijacking.
Emotionally hijacking. Wow. I'm going to store that.
I know. They got the old BLOCK.
Block.
They got the block.
Wow. Emotional hijacking.
Isn't that intense?
that's like somebody who's been through a lot of therapy learns that term or something. Or
and
like have studied psychology.
Yeah, that maybe needs to go back to therapy.
Like, how do you even know like to say something like that?
Well, and to be honest, I'm not that deep of a person that should be accused of that. Like, there's some people that are extremely deep. Like, I'm not that deep.
Yeah.
Like, what you see is what you get.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't think I'm like kind of wrong terminology for me.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, they don't know who you are just based off of that one probably clip they watched. That is actually hilarious because it's just so not true. But that's crazy.
And that's so wild.
That's crazy.
And I literally have been thinking about her nonstop because I'm like, I don't know how she does it.
Okay, my turn. So can we talk about, without giving away any details, because it's...
I know what you're going to say, but we can't talk about it.
At all?
I don't think so.
Can I sprinkle in the fact that our daughter had her first audition for something?
Yeah.
And she got a massive callback.
Yes.
She's down to 2 other individuals for a worldwide television series that will be happening, and it's for voiceover. That I can say.
Well, you just said it. I wouldn't say any of that. I didn't say it. You said it, so I can't get in trouble.
But there's no specifics there whatsoever.
Yeah.
She went for a job interview. They really liked her. Thousands of other people went for this job interview. And now she's down to the wire with one other girl and maybe 3 people, including herself, down to the wire for her first, we're going to call it job interview.
I know. She's a star. No, I hate that. Since we are talking about our Molly Morgan, and we love you, Sloan, our sweet babysitter, we've said this before, that she was like, y'all talk about your kids on your podcast. But I think it's so interesting. I told my mom this because it was Halloween day or Halloween parade at school, and Molly Morgan just did not was upset last year
You're
when she
changing
did
the
it.
subject. So I just was so freaking excited for this girl because she's our shy one. She's the one that's
where I
not
was going
gonna
into,
put herself out there. And so for her to have gotten this, and she feels so achieved. Like
So she
her
literally, she was like, me
confidence-
or Mick?
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Anyway, we can move on. And I know we weren't supposed to technically bring it up, but I was generic enough to
And
just
I
point
didn't bring it
out-
up. You did. So I can't get
Yes.
in trouble.
And it was it's a proud moment, and it's really cool.
Wait, the same day that she got her call back is the same day our McMahon got game ball.
He did.
Really? I could have retired as a parent that day. You know when you have a great day with your kids, and I was like, I'm done. Mick never has to play baseball again. Molly Morgan never has to audition again. Doesn't matter. We did it.
Here's the best part. So mixing a little T-ball. He's the youngest on the team. They made an exception for him, because he's so big. And,
He's a stocky boy.
but he's by far the youngest, and he's doing really good. The best part is, though, 2 games ago, he's playing outfield because I was like, I don't want him to play first, second, or third base. Let the older kids do that so we really have a chance of winning. Put him in the outfield. Let him get used to running after balls, whatever. Well, there happens to show up like 3 or 4, like 8 to 10-year-old girls on the back outfield fence, and he gets a glimpse of these girls. And he, in the middle of the game, walks over there and does not care about baseball anymore. And all he wants to do is high-five them and talk to them and flirt with them.
Put me in, coach.
And
I'm
they
ready to
loved
play.
it. They were eating it up too. And so I couldn't get him away from these girls.
Yeah.
And all the dads out there, because every kid's got a dad next to him because they can't do it by themselves. They were all dying laughing. He goes, you know what? Can't get mad at the kid.
No.
That's why we play sports, to get girls' attention.
That happened the game where he hit the ball and then he grabbed the ball.
Yes, he also got himself out off of his own hit.
But then the next game is game day ball.
The next game, which is our final game, he's up to bat. You get 3 pitches by the coach, and then if you miss all 3, you get to put it on the tee. He has hit it off of a coach pitch, but he didn't this time, so they put it on a tee. So he's all nice and teed up for the perfect shot. Whacks the ball, runs to first base, gets a base hit. It turns into a run, and he scores for the team. And afterwards, they awarded Mick with the game ball. And I was so proud, and he was so proud. But all he said was, "Can I get candy now?"
Yeah, of course he can. No, so one of my best friends' husband was on second base, Paul, and he said Mick talked a mile a minute. He said he's the happiest kid he's ever known. He was like, the grass is green. I like the color yellow. I know I need to run to third base next. It going rattling on and on and on and on and on.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Because Momo didn't like the soccer that I put her in, but Mick actually I think he enjoys the baseball.
I really kind of think Mick's going to like everything.
I
Molly
hope so.
Morgan loves everything once she feels comfortable in it.
Yeah, it's the warming up process.
So that's what I was going to say. So they have the Halloween parade at school. And Molly Morgan was like devastated. She did not want to go to school, not want to do it. And I didn't make her go. I was going to let her skip the parade and then do it in the afternoon. And
why didn't she want to go?
I think she's like scared to death. Last year, she cried the whole time. I don't think she likes all the attention on her.
That's exactly right.
But then, so I let her. I'm like, in my mind, I don't want my child to have like massive anxiety. So I'm like, of course, stay home then. It's not that big of a deal. And then she didn't want to go to the party in the afternoon. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to fight this. So I went up to the school to drop off the Halloween gifts. And her teacher from last year, she said, who is like an angel from God, a saint, such a beautiful person. And she made such a good point too. She was like, by you like not making her go or not ever doing, you're always rescuing her. And you're allowing that anxiety to win. Like you're never allowing Molly Morgan to figure out the tools to be able to overcome something because you're just going to go in and rescue her.
Mm.
And she was like, I was Molly Morgan. That's the only reason I'm saying that. She was like, yes, there are circumstances. Like if a child's screaming on a stage, you're not just going to let them like scream and stand there. You know what I mean? You're going to go get them. But I just thought that was really beautiful because I never thought of it that way. Because I was the exact opposite as a child. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't want her to feel that way. I don't
feel pressure to perform
or ever feel anxiety.
Turn something on she doesn't want to turn on.
Yeah. And I never felt like that. Like I always was on.
So given what her teacher said, which is great advice, it's hard as a parent because you don't really know where to push, where not to push. We want to just support them and, encourage them. But ultimately we want it to be their, decision. At her best friend's birthday party, there was a runway fashion show.
And y'all, there was 8 kids.
8 kids, which means 8 adults, not that many people.
Yeah.
And very intimate, not a lot of pressure. All the girls were lining up, and then one by one, they were like, oh, this is Sarah. Her favorite animal is a panda. And when she grows up, she wants to be a nurse. And Momo, for the life of her, was the only child. She did not want to go up there. She didn't want people looking at her. She didn't want people talking about her, and had like this real anxiety of, you can't call it that for a 5-year-old, but like nervousness about walking down this little runway in front of 8 people, which coming from us as parents
is wild.
And
then we have Mick Man. It wasn't even his party, but Molly Morgan's sweet best
friend.
He
walked for her.
He couldn't wait.
But given
given
what the teacher said, is that a circumstance where we'd be like, no, you have to face your fear,
and
get up there and do it.
And I think us
on.
maybe doing it with her, like holding her hand while doing it. And just because I just thought that was so true. She was like, you're always rescuing her.
But when she looks at me and grabs my hand, hides behind me and says, Daddy, please, no. I'm like, oh, of course not.
I know.
Absolutely. Honey, no, you're not.
But then at the same time, like
this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Do you always wonder that they know what they're doing? Like then she comes alive and is so on. So it's such an interesting.
But if the fun isn't fun for that person, it's like, are we going to force fun on her? Because it's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's so tricky.
I know. It really is so tricky.
Help me. What do we do? Do you push your kid? Yes, getting out of our comfort zone is good, but it's like, where's the line? I don't know.
I mean, like we've always said, they're going to blame us for something.
Yeah.
So we might as well just do our best. And in my mind, I thought I was doing my best, but I do think, I love that she put it as I'm not allowing her to have tools to figure out things either.
Say that again?
I'm not allowing her to build the tools to figure out things. She didn't ever have to because I'm right there to fix it.
Yeah. But she's also just turned 5. So it's like, even at 5 and even at such a young age.
I do think that's when they're probably developing, the tools.
Yeah. Man, these are just things we're trying to figure out as parents.
I think this is our most deep podcast, and we're dressed up as weird Barbie and cowboy Barbie. It's my favorite
fantastic.
part.
But this is, these are all learning lessons, and and I could just see it now. The next party, something's going down. She just, for the life of her, please don't put that pressure on me. And I force her to do it, and I will feel way more guilty about making her do something that isn't a big deal if she sits out of, in my mind.
Well, and I think as a parent too, a lot of time then by you making her do it makes it a bigger deal than it actually is. Instead of just being like, okay.
Right.
So that's the hard part. And that's what our teacher said too. She was like, you will cry. You will get embarrassed. You will. So it's like a lot of the time, are we just making it easier for us? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't this deep?
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, it's not a big deal. Sure, you don't have to do the catwalk. No big deal. But if it's like there's some development thing that's not happening because I'm not getting her up there with the other kids and conquering a fear, I don't want it to be a disservice.
I know.
We need to get a child psychologist on an episode and deep dive in all of our concerns and questions. Are we doing things right? Are we not? What really is right and wrong? Nobody knows, but it's like, what's the proven, that'd be a good interview.
That really would be a good interview. But I feel like a lot of time they don't know either. Because every child is so different.
Enough studies and read enough, I hate to say polls because we all know what polls, but have done enough research and interviewed enough kids and talked to enough parents to know maybe what is right and wrong, because that's their life study. So they're going to be more educated.
But I do think, I wonder too, a lot of it's changing because of social media and the access to I do. I read this book about children have like lost the art of boredom. We're never allowing them to be bored.
Yes, that's a whole
Which
thing.
I think is so interesting. Like, to be bored is a privilege.
Yeah.
Like, how lucky are you to be bored?
Did you ever hear the term stand on your head and spit out wooden nickels?
Miss that term.
Okay, so if I'm getting this correctly, I remember growing up, I forget who it was who said it. It wasn't.
Wait, what is it? Are you sure you got it right?
It's like, I'm bored. We're like, oh, well, stand on your head and spit out wooden nickels.
Is that what like your dad said or something?
Probably. Somebody said it. I don't remember who.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take the. Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, I was.
But that was a term, and if I'm remembering, it's just that I'm having flashbacks. I don't know for sure, but it was like, I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. Well, stand on your head and spit out wooden nickels. That is a term that I was told by somebody growing up. I don't know what it means, but I think it has something to do with being bored, finding something to do, and you've never heard of it?
Never.
Okay. I'm so curious now to know what that means.
Okay, wait. Speaking of Halloween, by the way,
I'm
what's
gonna
your
look it
favorite
up. In the
Halloween
meantime,
candy?
You know this.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
You know what? Actually, my very favorite candy in the entire world is, besides Sour Patch Kids, like strawberry Sour Patch Kids. Do you want to know?
Which?
Nutrageous. I like big nuts.
Wait, what?
I can't. Nutrageous. Do you remember those?
No, I don't know Nutrageous.
You don't? The Reese's?
Nutrageous? You know what I do miss that I really liked? Were
What?
the snow caps at the old movie theaters.
Ew.
You didn't like snow caps?
No, that's like the cookie dough. I bet you hated the cookie dough, but I loved the cookie dough.
Okay,
That's where
okay.
it's-
This is a phrase. I just looked it up.
Okay.
The phrases include spitting nickels generally mean to be able to do something impossible or
Wait,
astonishing.
spitting nickels is very different
Standing
than
on your
wooden
head
nickels.
and spitting nickels dates from the early 1970s. Plain spitting nickels dates from the 40s. And an anecdote from the 1910s. Okay. But what does it mean? It is a thing. Stand on your head and spit wooden nickels. This is a thing. Hold on.
Eric, you're emotionally hijacking me right now.
OMG. It's been before
Can we use
particularly
that term like from here on out? Keep smiling. You can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. I think the viewers are already over this. You missed your opportunity to like.
I messed it up. It's not about boredom. It's about you're so excited about something that you would almost do anything to get there. Like I wouldn't start a kid on piano lessons at all until he wanted it so much that he was willing to stand on his head and spit wooden nickels. Like until he was like going to the nth degree.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I can't believe you'd never heard of that, and I don't know where I did.
What was going to be your name if you weren't Eric?
Well, this was a hot issue when I was born because my older sister, Katie, wanted a sister so bad. She refused to call me Eric. I think the first couple years of my life, she called me Kelly. She named me Kelly.
Wow.
And refused, was so mad at my mom that I was a boy. You know, she was super young, but she wanted a sister so bad. So she called me Kelly the first year of my life.
Isn't that so funny?
I know.
Well, and I always love because Mick, we have a new baby cousin in the family, baby Colin, and he's so freaking cute. And Mick, all he wants is a little brother. He like wants, and Momo does. I mean, truly, she gets like nervous and like almost starts to cry if we talk about having another baby.
It's so true. Hey, can I spit out? I found this really cool link from the Today Show that had all these cool, fun, like Halloween, like you didn't knows, you know, like
I love
fun,
stuff like
fun
that.
facts about Halloween.
Wait, really quick, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
What's yours? Hocus Pocus?
But is that Halloween or Christmas really?
It's Halloween.
Wow. It's Halloween. It's like that. What is that movie that people say is a Christmas movie and it's definitely not?
Oh, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
With Rumor's dad.
Oh my gosh.
Most iconic movie of all time. But yeah, no, they fully call it a Christmas movie. Okay, I got some Halloween fun facts. Did you know that California is the biggest candy producer in the United States?
Which is so interesting from a place that hates candy.
Well, yeah, especially living in LA and stuff, which is all about health. Yeah, they produce more candy.
They literally ban candy, like certain candies.
I know. Skittles are banned, all those things.
Interesting.
I know. Did you know a small Minnesota city is believed to have hosted the very first Halloween parade? They call it Halloween capital of the world, and it's only got 17,000 residents, and it's in Anoka, Minnesota.
You're really kidding.
Halloween capital of the world.
But wouldn't you think like Salem, Massachusetts is probably the Halloween capital?
You would think 100%.
I love Salem.
Did
Salem,
you know
we love you.
Your girl, Kyle Richards, Real Housewife?
Yeah, it was on Friday the 13th.
No, Halloween. Michael Myers,
Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, that was like her godmother.
And her and Jamie Lee Curtis were the only ones who survived the movie. And then she also was in Halloween's End in 2022.
Yeah, we all know that because we're housewives.
She's a housewife with a Halloween history.
She is. That was like 2 nose jobs ago.
The pumpkin capital of, oh, really?
Yeah.
She could take it off at this point.
No.
The pumpkin.
Well, and she had a precious nose before. But it's always funny when you see children actors, them as kids, and then as adults, you're like, something changed. And I don't think it was maturity.
The pumpkin capital of the United States is in Illinois.
I could totally actually see that because I went to college in Ohio and the pumpkin patches and all that were iconic.
75% of the country's canned pumpkin come from Illinois.
Thank you, Illinois.
Morton, Illinois.
Morton?
Do you know a lot of people believe in ghosts? In fact, 4 out of every 10 Americans believe that ghosts, demons, and other supernatural entities exist.
I'm actually shocked it's
Are
not
you among
way
the
more.
4?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's 6% or 6 people out of 10 that don't?
Yes.
I don't believe that. I feel like that's wrong. Don't you think there's a lot more people that believe they're ghosts and demons?
According to a 2019 YouGov poll, whatever that poll was.
2019's that's 5 years ago.
Okay, well, 5 years ago, 4 out of 10.
I think with all that's happened in this world since then, I think people believe in demons now.
Oh, how about this? The classic holiday smash Halloween hit. To me, the most famous Halloween song of all time. Do you know what it is? Momo,
yeah.
Momo loves it.
I did the mash.
Yes.
We did the Monster
Mash.
Monster Mash.
Was by Bobby Boris Pickett, and it was released in 1962. It sounds like it when you listen to it.
It's the best song in the world. And now I love all the people that change it up, that do remixes of it.
So good.
I love Halloween. Can we make tonight like so iconic?
Yes.
I kind of want to get a little drunk.
Do you know The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is my favorite
animated movie? I took
movie.
you to the Hollywood Bowl to watch The Real Guy.
Yes. It's my favorite animated movie, my favorite Disney movie by far. Was actually originally based on a poem that Tim Burton, the writer and creator, wrote back in 1982, and then created that poem into the movie we now know and love in 1993.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Eric, we didn't talk about it. What else happened the same day of the callback in Game Day Ball?
What?
You woke us up with it, with the news.
What?
That Gabby's Dollhouse is going to have a Macy's Day balloon.
Oh, yep, it is.
That
Gabby's
is
Dollhouse.
insane. And we go to New York every year for Macy's Day Parade. And
we went last year, and now we're going to go again this year.
Well, I did my entire life growing up.
You did?
Yeah, we did Thanksgiving. Remember? A Tavern on the Green. We'd always sit next to the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, did you know that?
Okay.
Sorry.
Done.
Sorry. No, it's iconic. I can't wait to see that balloon.
I mean, for the rest of time.
I hope it's Pillow Cat.
Yeah, I wish.
Do you know that? Actually, this one I wrote down because experts believe that the world has been celebrating Halloween for thousands of years, and that it originated as an ancient pagan festival.
What does pagan mean?
I
don't know.
No, I want to say when we're in Salem, witches, are pagans,
like demonic and
worship the devil, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where it started. And the colors, the meaning behind the colors black and orange, was because the ancient Celts believed black symbolized the death of summer and orange symbolized the fall harvest. So it's a lot about death and paganism, and which is funny that so many Christians celebrate it, and it really stemmed from something very unchristian.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is scary at the end of the day.
There are so many of these. There are so many of these things. I could go on and on, but I won't. Oh, but this one's kind of crazy. You know, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
He's got the hockey mask. Well, the killer.
Wait, he has a last name?
Yes, Jason Voorhees.
Literally,
have you watched any of the movies?
Of course, I always thought it was Jason.
No, he's a family man. Him and his mom. They're the Voorhees.
Dead. Had no idea.
Okay, well, the best part is he's immortalized at the bottom of a Minnesota lake. So there's a statue of him because he drowned and like.
Stop. There's a statue of him on the bottom of a lake.
Yes. So if you have goggles on, you think he's down there in the water.
Wait, are you really kidding?
Swear to God.
Jason, I have to look this up.
Yep.
Jason, bottom of lake.
Yep.
Are you really kidding?
He's a chain. Yep.
Oh, everybody look up right now. The statue lurks at the bottom of the Minnesota. Eric, we have to go.
The bottom of a mine pit.
Have you seen it?
No.
Like him? Eric?
No.
Oh my God, I'm actually going to throw up. That is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my
terrifying.
entire life.
It's the movie.
Oh my. Can you imagine? Look at the snorkeler behind him. Can you imagine not knowing that and going down to a lake and being like, ah!
No.
That would be the scariest, wildest thing I would ever experience in my entire life.
Did you see in some pop culture news that finally, 5 years of dating later, and the world waiting for this any day now, finally happened. Shaun White and Nina Dobrev got engaged.
But actually, though, I did look it up, and they started in 2019. And I really thought they had been together since like 2007.
5 years.
Like it really did not. I really thought it was like 9 years. I feel like we've lived such a life since 2019.
When they're so public that it's like, you see them everywhere. You just assume they were already married. They weren't. But in sadder news, Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz split up.
I know.
Called off engagement.
And I just saw him smoking a cig.
After 3 years.
Which I wonder why.
I don't know.
Just wanna, like,
but in other good news,
tell me.
Tiger King announces engagement to his fellow inmate.
A man.
Yes, of course. They're in the Fort Worth prison together, so Tiger King's engaged again.
Let's go. Good for you, Tiger. Good for you, Joe Exotic.
And if you haven't listened to Tiger King's music, go and do so because it's fantastic.
Do you remember when that just came out? I'll just never forget it. Those were the days, and all of us watched it. Like the entire nation. You wonder if that would have come out now if any of us like really would have cared, but we were all stuck at home.
I know.
Remember we dressed up as that, and Momo was the tiger.
We did. I've got some sad news for you.
Oh no.
Your two favorite chain dishes come from this place, and I'm going to give you 2 clues.
Okay.
Dirt.
TGF Fridays.
And Jack Daniel's sauce.
I know. They're closing.
They're going bankrupt.
Are you
done.
kidding?
They're done. Fridays is over.
Wait, going bankrupt, though, is very different. Sometimes that's like a business move.
Well, they just closed
My dad
50
just
restaurants. They announced yesterday. 50 are closed. They're filing for Chapter
50 is not
Chapter
very
11
many.
bankruptcy. Well, that was day one.
Okay,
Like they're rolling
like
this
them
out.
Wait, we like have to go after this. Like
I know. It's been around since 1965.
It is my favorite. If you've never had the dirt, which is pudding.
With
Oreo
worms in it.
And worms.
But the best is the Jack Daniel's burger.
Yes, with the sauce.
Yeah.
We actually should go get some pudding and dirt and worms and make it for the kids tonight. Let's go by the grocery store after this.
We
That would
really
be really
should.
fun.
But if you have a Friday still near you, get to it quick because they're not going to be around much longer. They're dwindling.
That is really, really sad.
Really, really sad.
I don't know why, because it's a TGF Fridays. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah. Has everybody seen the TikTok video of the little girl saying, Daddy, I made you a card.
I made you a cart?
A card. And then she gives the dad the card and it says, cunt. And she goes, Daddy, see you next time.
Is what cunt stands for? See you next time.
And her little voice is so cute. She keeps repeating it. Cunt. See you next time.
Oh my gosh. Like she was so proud of herself.
How brilliant. She was like, I am going to nail this. Like instead of like, good night, sweetie, it's going to be like, GS. And she's like, I got this.
Kids truly say the darndest things.
Oh my gosh. Bill, why'd you have to mess everything up? I miss the simplicity. Didn't somebody else try to who else? Wasn't Anthony Anderson. Was
it Ellen or somebody?
No, remember they came out with Kids Say the Darndest Things again.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we used to watch it, and it just didn't quite
I feel
hit.
like Ellen, it should be Ellen 100%. She'd be so good at that.
I know.
So good at that.
Okay.
Because she talks to kids like they're adult. I just love it.
Or it'd be really funny if it was like a Billie Eilish. Or not Eilish. God, I mean Billy Eichner.
Oh, Billy Eichner?
Eichner. Because I feel like he could hop to kids really funny.
That's true.
Maybe it was him that did it. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about him.
I don't know. But.
Wait, but what? We're done?
World Series. World
LA
Series
Dodgers, here
is
you
over.
go.
LA Dodgers won the World Series 4-1. It's iconic because do you know what?
Tell me.
The greatest play in World Series, guys, the greatest play in World Series history happened on Game 1 of the World Series just a couple nights ago. It's never happened before, will never happen again, but we got to experience it Game 1.
It was Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're
That
right.
was Kids Say That Aren't a Thing. I knew it was somebody funny.
Listen to this, honey. A walk-off grand slam to win the game. Do you know what that means?
Yes, a walk-off grand slam. That means where you hit it so far, you just walk off. You don't have to run the bases.
No, I'll paint the picture. It's the last possible chance you have to make a bat to win the game. It's over. It's down to the bottom of the 9th inning. You have one batter left. The bases are loaded. There's a guy on first, second, and third. A guy gets up to bat, and they were down.
Yeah.
We had to get a run. Hits it out of the park. All 4 people get a run, and it was the last play of the possible game.
What was his name? Who was it?
Oh, his name is Freddie Freeman. He's a left-handed batter.
What an iconic name.
He went on to win MVP of the whole World Series, of course. But this is
like
a
how
moment.
amazing! Like he could have stunk the whole time, and all he needed was that one thing. And
That's it.
It's
And
like Mick. He comes in at the clutch.
Mark my words, he's going to win all the ESPY awards. He's going to win. There are so many things he's going to win because of this. It's never happened. Every boy's little kid pitch dream is to hit a walk-off grand slam in the World Series.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
No, that is actually really fun.
And the whole thing, he credited to his dad. His dad was there. He's like, Dad, you've been there since day one. This is not mine. This is yours.
Oh.
So for them to have that special moment. What's that?
Do you think Mick's going to do that for us?
Of course.
He's going to say, Mama, I love you.
But there's no way that will happen again.
That's going to be the hardest day for me when he's winning an award and he's going to think his wife over me.
And you know the one baseball player that I talk about. You know his name.
Shohei
Ohtani. $700 million 10-year contract.
Hurt.
Well, he's on the Dodgers, so he won a World Series.
Yeah.
But he didn't get that grand slam.
No, he didn't.
In fact,
that's why you shouldn't pay these people that kind of amount of money. Because didn't he get hurt or something? Was someone that got paid way too much money is already hurt.
He got hurt, but he bounced back the next game.
Okay, good.
But he only made 2 runs the whole World Series. So they were playing really hard on him. But you'd think for $700 million,
you better hit one ball.
We better be
you better cranking it over.
Cranking and baking, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's too much pressure. I feel like it almost curses a player when they give them that kind of money.
It is. It's unfathomable.
I think it becomes like not the audience.
Well, they just did that with Dak Prescott. They gave every dollar the Cowboys had to Dak Prescott for 4 more years.
How's that going for us, Cowboys?
Trash.
Oh my God.
It's
trash.
It's so
trash.
I know more people that have sold their Cowboys season tickets this year because they are so fed up with how the team is run, managed, and how Dak is performing.
But Cowboys, we love you. If you want to be a sponsor on the Glamour and Grit, Jerry, big fans.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Should we go get ready to start trick or treating with our children?
Yes, I want to go have fun.
Did you see that, by the way, just because my Instagram was blowing up about it, did you see that ABC news station channel released the outcome
election, yes,
of Pennsylvania?
They did say, and it does make sense, that they're testing to make sure, because I know I've done not benefits, but things where it's live happening and it messes up the system.
If what they put out there, by the way, what they did was they announced the winner of Pennsylvania, which is one of the biggest swing states in the country. You know, Harris 52%, Trump 47, and said 100% of the votes are in. And then they took it off and everyone started freaking out. And then they were like, sorry, we were just testing it out. But if that's actually how it does end up.
I mean, it was.
The tweets that I've been reading about it, oh my gosh, it's rigged, this whole thing. People will lose their minds.
People are going to lose their minds no matter what.
I know.
I feel like it just all shouldn't exist. Because it's the only time as a country we just everybody hates each other.
It's so sad. But that was crazy.
Sad. That was very interesting.
That was crazy.
But I do understand what they were saying. It makes perfect sense because I've done this thing called the 3-minute challenge. Here I go, emotionally hijacking again. And when things are coming in at once on one system, it does most of the time break down. So I bet they just don't want to make sure the biggest night of, their lives that year, they want it to break down.
Yeah, it was just really crazy. People went crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
wait, Eric.
What?
What happens today? It should be your glamour on Friday. What happens today for you? Friday.
I go back to the allergist.
Oh my God. I swear, Eric.
What?
What were we working on last night?
Oh my gosh, today's Friday, and I can't believe the allergist is what I brought up. I'm just so used to having to keep it a secret.
I know.
So today we announce I'm officially launching a men's. This is so exciting for me. A men's premium Western clothing company called Stockyard Supply Company.
Which is so funny because you're in that outfit right now.
I know. This is not the shirt of ours, but you're going to be seeing me blasting all about it. It's a big homage to Texas and the inner cowboy in us all. Sainty is fashion of design. My partner, Ryan Dukes, has just been amazing along the way. But I'm so excited to share this company and this brand with the world. And we have amazing, amazing clothes we're dropping today. Technically we're dropping November 7th. But today we're announcing and talking and sharing about it. And our big launch is a week away. And I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Now, what's your grit?
My grit is there's only 7 days till launch, and there's so much to get done. Not really, because we've been prepping a lot. But grit is, I didn't sleep a wink last night. I had our daughter I had to sleep with our daughter all night, and she is a snuggler, which is fun until you get too hot.
It's not, yeah.
And then you want her off you, and it just didn't happen. So I'm running on zero sleep, and we had a huge meeting today for the brand, and so I'm just kind of like, getting by on coffee and whatever else. But yeah.
Great. My glamour is I have a really exciting dinner on Saturday with 2 guys that I'm been dying to meet. So I'm really, really excited. I can't say who yet.
Oh.
And so I'll say it next week. And then my grit is I'm freaking tired.
And you're weird Barbie.
Yeah, and I'm weird Barbie. And I'm an emotional hijacker.
And you're an emotional hijacker. Okay. Monday's going to be a great episode. We will see you guys then. Happy Halloween.
Happy post-day Halloween.
I was going to say, wait, does the election happen before we're back? No. We still have a week.
No, honey. I think it happens on the 5th.
Okay, so
in 5
before
days,
our next live.
Yeah, before our next live, we'll have a president.
Okay. Hope the country survives this. But no, we appreciate you guys. Have fun. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.
Bye.
Glamour.
Grit. Glamour. Glamour.